1300 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Rabia Javed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says government is expediting measures for the promotion of international tourism in the country, especially in Gilgit-Baltistan. Pakistan has reiterated its call for returning Afghanistan held national asset to help sustain Afghan people and economy. The United States says the ban on wearing hijab in the schools of Karnataka violates religious freedom. In the 7th edition of Pakistan Super League, Quetta Gladiators will take on Islamabad United in Lahore today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said the government is expediting measures for the promotion of international tourism in the country, especially in Gilgit-Baltistan. Talking to Chief Minister Gilgit-Baltistan, Khalid Khurshid, who called on him in Islamabad, he said local tourism is promoted due to its measure during the last 3 years. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain has said Pakistan Democratic Movement will face defeat in its effort to no confidence motion against Prime Minister Imran Khan. In a video statement delivered in response to news conference held by Opposition Alliance in Lahore, he said members of opposition parties will surprise their leaders if they bring any such motion against the Prime Minister. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa repolling in 13 districts for local government election will be held tomorrow according to the Election Commission of Pakistan. The repolling will be held on various seats of local and where elections were terminated either due to deteriorated situation on polling day or death of the contesting candidates during first phase of the local body's polls. The 13 districts include Peshawar, Charsadda, Nowshera, Mardan, Kohat, Bannu, Lucky Marwat, Dera Ismail Khan, Bunir, Bajor, Karak, Khyber and Mohammed. The Commission has established a total of 568 polling stations for the polling. Pakistan has reiterated its call for returning Afghanistan national assets held in the United States to the Afghan people. Permanent representative of Pakistan to the United Nations, Ambassador Munir Ikram, while commenting in New York after the announcement of US to unfreeze partial Afghan funds, said the money is critically needed to revive Afghanistan war battered economy. He said the funds would help to sustain the Afghan economy, inject much needed liquidity and save millions of lives in the middle of a harsh winter. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian police have arrested 3 youth in Sopore area of Baramulla district. The police labelled the arrested youth as the member of a Mujahid organization. Meanwhile, a Delhi court has issued arrest warrants against 8 Kashmiris of the false charges of money laundering in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The United States said the ban on wearing hijab in the school in Karnataka violates religious freedom. In a tweet, the US Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom, Rashid Hussain, said the religious freedom include the ability to choose one's religious attire. He said the Indian state of Karnataka should not determine permissibly of religious clothing. Rashid Hussain, an Indian American attorney and diplomat, was appointed by the President Joe Biden administration last year at the US Ambassadors at Large for International Religious Freedom. The US has warned its citizens to leave Ukraine immediately as Russia could invade the country at any time. A White House statement said an invasion could start with aerial bombing that would make departures difficult and endanger civilians. The US statement promoted countries around the world to issue fresh warning to the national in Ukraine. Meanwhile, efforts to de-escalate tension through diplomacy are set to continue today, with both US President Joe Biden and France President Emmanuel Macron are due to speak to Russia Vladimir Putin by phone. In the 7th edition of Pakistan Super League, Quetta Gladiators will take on Islamabad United in Lahore today. The match will begin at 7:30 p.m. In the last night match, Lahore Qalandars defeated Multan Sultan by 52 runs. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletin on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Officials.